I love lamp.
Welcome to Kashka trying to make me laugh, as well as every one of you.
Let's try.
First, I should say, welcome everybody to another episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure in the town of Waterdeep. The massive sprawling city of Waterdeep, aka the City of Wonders. So, a brief side note, I am a little bit under the weather, so please forgive me if I cough on stream, or you might notice me sucking on a cough drop. But anyway, that aside, let's get into this. A little bit of a recap, as well as an introduction. First, let's do an introduction. We have a little bit of an oops with one of the cameras on there. You'll probably notice that Natea and Smoke has an image of a monkey. The monkey's video will not be available, but they are able to participate via voice. So you people will have to use your imagination, as is part of Dungeons & Dragons. But we shall start on the left there, and at the top we have Kashka.
Hi. I'm playing Grifola. I am a deep gnome warlock. Which campaign am I in?
You're the DM in the other one.
Warlock.
All right. And next to her we have the monkeys. I'll let you two go individually.
I'm playing Smoke, a Tabaxi rogue that apparently likes to murder.
A little bit of bloodlust.
Mm-hmm.
And I am playing Natea Cloudbane, and I am an Azamar Paladin. And the cat follows me around.
By cat, she means Smoke, the Tabaxi. And then next to them we have Robin.
Vernon Riker, Human Ranger.
Simple and straightforward. And then next to them we have a new member, who is Fang.
Hello, everyone.
Fang was not did not join us in the first episode, but will be joining us shortly. And just know that Fang is playing a character. There you go. Not yet introduced. You guys don't get to know much more than that.
That's one way to put it.
Yep. And then
leave it at...
yeah. And then there's myself. I'm Valen. I'm the Dungeon Master, a.k.a. Game Master, whatever you want to call it. I'm running the game. Good or bad is where it's going to be. So, when last we left off, our group of adventurers...
I think we just killed a troll.
No. They had worked their way towards and into the City of Wonders itself, mostly in a bit of looking for employ, as well as perhaps trying to follow the trail of some personal connections that some of the party may have. They ended up at the Yawning Portal, which apparently it was a well-known place to possibly pick up some kind of like a contract to get some cash, as well as maybe even put your ear to the ground and meet some people, find out, a little bit about just the where to go from there, because as it was, some of the party had reason to be in Waterdeep, but they couldn't necessarily find the person that they're looking for. So, upon getting there, and not long after being seated, I will actually bring the group over. Let's drag them over to the Dragon Heist map that I have here for the battle map.
I want to interrupt you for a sec.
Yes.
So we were looking for contracts. I didn't know we wanted a contract for our own death.
That was entirely at my will. So that's just how it goes. But there is actually no battle map set up for the initial encounter. I could have made one, but I opted instead to just use this wonderful wallpaper that we could draw all over. And at the end of last episode... by the way, if you folks are having any kind of issue on one platform or the other, I am streaming on YouTube and on Twitch, so you can check out one on the other. Or if you have difficulty just in general, you can always catch up on the YouTube broadcast. But over here we have all of the characters are currently out. Each one, like Grifola is here. We've got Vern, we've got Natea, we've got Smoke, and of course, Grifola has a little helper here in the form of her unseen servant, I believe.
Yep.
I don't know what the name of your unseen servant was, but it's there.
I don't think it had a name.
Had no name.
It is the
Servant
Mischief.
with no name.
It is the Mischief mouse at this point. And then there are just other NPCs around. And when last we left off, they had been in a brawl with a good majority of a bunch of bandits that were picking on Yagra Stonefist, accusing her of just being ugly or something or another, and attacking her blatantly. The party then started jumping to action, and some members of it took to violence instead of just self-defense, which was starting to raise a bit of a kerfuffle in the group. Yes, I just used that word. That was lovely. So, if you're also a viewer, please do not reveal to those in on here any kind of clues of what you see, because you're seeing the Dungeon Master's side. You're seeing all the clues and everything that's going on. And for those that are the players, no screen sniping. So.
And don't forget, Koshka and I are technically watching chat, so hopefully Koshka has hers also popped out.
That is yet to be seen. But we left off with pretty much the bandit group being outright slaughtered by specifically a feline, as well as Yagra taking it upon herself to just down one of them, because she was just getting trounced by a 5-on-1. But she was able to pretty much hold her own. So, upon this happening, a new friend popped out. Now, the Yawning Portal Tavern is known for a giant portal in the middle of the ground floor that goes down into the Undermountain, leading to bad, nasty things. Usually adventurers go in, exploring and looking for treasure and so on. Instead, this time something climbed back out, and that was a troll and friends. So what ended up saying was shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as this bandit fight was coming to a close, as a hulking creature climbs up out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes. As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that a half-dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body. With 3 more circling above it, above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear except for the barkeep, Durnan, who, at this point, finally procured and pulled out his 2-handed greatsword, putting one foot upon the bar, right next to Grifola, taking a half a step up, yelling, "Troll!" as he points at it with his greatsword. And then we are to ensue, which I actually need to add in Durnan to the... oops, I just double-clicked. Kashka, you told me not to do that.
I know, it's so difficult to resist.
I thought that it would bring up the character sheet, but it does not, does it? All right, well, I'll just click on the name. All right, character sheet. Let's add him to the initiative tracker.
And it seems that we have someone rooting for the troll.
I think actually the troll now has a name. The troll's name is now Birkian.
Birkian.
Does it
Nice.
actually have a name?
All right, so we have Durnan here. Let me actually minimize this a little bit. So there we go. That's a little better. We'll just put that over top. So
Can I ask a question?
yes, I'm getting some bings. I gotta turn that off. Go on.
Bing.
I heard it too.
What is the question?
These flying bat-like things, do they appear to be attacking the troll?
Make a perception check.
Are they... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, crap. It helps if I have my character sheet open, doesn't it?
More importantly, do they have feathers?
No, they do not.
Oh, look at that. I have the dice moved. And I can see everything.
Well, you do have a good vantage point being on top of the bar at the moment.
I do.
But being short.
Don't pick on her now. That'll come in handy later on.
She will bite your ankle.
She'll probably do worse than that. So let me add these ones on here as well. And did it not roll for that other one? No,
Make
it
sure you
did.
Click
It
the
did.
target and then roll.
Oh, it
Also,
didn't.
do the map
Didn't do it for the
change
other.
or-
So let me click on him, and then I will do that.
Oh, what was that thing? I missed what you said.
Did the map change for anyone else, or is it just me?
I don't know. Hold on a second here.
Check the top area and see if his name is separate.
1 second. See if I can roll that. Top area.
In the area you can change the map
Yeah.
if his name is actually together or not.
It just says players, and everyone should be on the Dragon Heist page. You should see a large battle map with like lots of avatars and characters all over it. What screen did you?
Okay, yeah. I was just curious as all.
Okay, yeah, you are on that map actually. You're in the bottom right corner, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you're in the bottom right
So
corner.
we're looking.
Yeah,
What am I doing in the bottom right corner?
I put you there.
Oh,
You're looking at the wall.
Currently, you are one of the patrons at the Yawning Portal. All right.
okay.
So, let's see. You were there actually looking for a friend, perhaps. Maybe one by the name of Volo. I didn't fill in all the details for you, so please forgive me on that one. But anyway, I've got everybody on there. So now, what is it to descending? No, I don't want that. I want ascending. That did
So
not work.
wait, are these things attacking
you
it
want
or
these
no?
things.
There we go. Ah, there we are. I'm sorry. Oh, you rolled the perception check. I apologize. I'm getting behind. Okay, so you rolled the perception. You did good, actually. And with that, you're able to see that it looks like 5 of the 9 stirges, 6 of the 9 stirges,
Was there half a dozen on him?
are actually attached to him, and they look like they are feeding upon him. I should say, because I don't know that it's necessarily male, but they are currently feeding off of the troll, and the other 3 seem to be flying around looking for a place to find purchase, when in fact they might be going for something else instead. So. And your question was what? If they were
No, that
attacking?
answers my question. Yeah,
Okay.
if they were attacking the troll.
Yep. And it looks like there's several of them are pretty well attached. But anyway, we're going to start off with Durnan. So let's grab this. He has a normal movement of 30. He's going to move up to here. I think that was right. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Yeah. So he's going to move up to here with his greatsword out. And he's actually going to shout something. Let's see if I can find where I closed that window, didn't I? It's
As
all
he
right.
climbs over the bar past me, I'm like, what are you doing, you fool?
He actually looks like a grizzled old dude. He looked like, your standard barkeep type thing, but he looks like he's seen this before. He's used to this kind of stuff because
It
he
seems
runs.
like he is.
Yeah, he runs this place. So, yeah, it's not anything for him, is what it looks like. He's not scared. Though the crowd has started, dispersing very fast. They're all just, taking off opposite directions going, oh, crap, it's happening again. Everyone clear the building type thing. So, there we go. That's what I wanted. I was missing that. He runs up, and he starts... and as he charges at it, he doesn't get to it. because it's still a few feet away, which it will be out there. He shouts to anybody nearby saying, "Take care of the little ones. I've got the big one. Just make sure to put him on fire when he's down." And he like kind of points at some of the lanterns that are hanging around.
Can we get a visual?
Excuse me. Say again?
Can we get a visual on lanterns?
They're pretty much just dotted around. I mean, you could probably find them just about anywhere. There's one on every table. There's going to be some hanging down from the rafters. Everything's got some oil lanterns around the place. Okay. I'm not going to mark them everywhere that they are on the map.
So that's a no.
No. All right. So let's move that aside. With him done, we're going to go to next. The stirges. You'll see that the troll itself is actually just cresting the edge of the portal. It seems to be doing so with a bit of difficulty, considering it's got a bunch of these stirges attached to it. But let's actually grab some of these. We're going to have these on the back here detach. These ones detach.
Wait, so all of them are detached?
All but 3 are flying around him.
Okay, so the 3 still around him are there.
Yes.
The rest are detached?
Yes. So the 6 that detached from him all kind of start lazily flying in a random direction, somewhat down back where they were. They look very plump at this point. And the 3 that were flying around him looking for purchase decide to start moving towards other targets. Let's see here. What's their... Oh, goodness. All right. I don't think that that'll be a problem. Nope. Okay. So they see some easy, close targets and are interested in going for those. In fact, one of them sees this guy over here and starts going after this Alexis Santuri person in the crowd.
Oh, fun.
One of the creatures that has climbed out of the well seems to have found interest in you and is attacking. So they're each going to try and make an attack. Let's see here. We need... I think I just click on the blood drain attack. So let's do that.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
That's
all the order.
That's a lot of...
The other 6 are just kind of hovering, like
the other,
around
yeah,
the troll?
Yeah, pretty much. They spent their turn detaching from the troll and look like they're very plump and very kind of almost inebriated a bit and aren't really looking very threatening right now.
Right.
Remember, that's only for 6 seconds.
So the first one that came towards Vern.
Crap!
I'm pretty sure it hits you for 23. I don't think your armor class is that high. So it does...
Nope, not even close.
5 points of piercing damage to you. Stirge attaches to the target. And it attaches itself to you.
Oh, that should deal with.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Wait. The Stirge attaches to the target. While attached, the Stirge doesn't attack. Okay. And instead, at the start of each of the Stirge's turns... Oh, okay. So, no. You don't take any damage. It attaches itself to you. Grabs on and just sticks its little needle right into your shoulder. So, yeah.
Wait, how big are these things?
They are... I think they're pretty small.
Like large bird size? Or?
Tiny beast, yeah. So it's like you've got... Yeah, I'd say like an owl size. Your average, like owl size.
What is the average?
A large crow.
Okay, that I can actually imagine.
How's that?
Because
the size of
owl, big or small?
The size of a tomcat. There you go. But I'm trying to go with flying beasts. So anyway, that's what happened. It attached itself to you. And that's it for that one. The next one that went over to Grifola. Let's do that one. Does 15 hit?
That is my armor class.
It attaches itself to you. It
Try not to vomit.
Yeah.
That thing basically half your size.
It pretty much gets you somewhere in, like, just below the collarbone. And then Alexis. This one, the third one, attacks you. And it attaches to you as well, because it rolled a 19. And I'm pretty sure that your armor class is not that high. So.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. So each of you have a stirge. Now, it firmly embedded itself upon your person. Alexis, I'll say that yours is actually attached, like, on the side of the rib, because it came at your side. You were trying to like go, oh my gosh, there's a troll coming up. What is this going on? And somebody like ran past you, and you tried not to like get hit by them as they ran past, and that's when this thing just like shot at you. So next we're gonna go with Grifola. What do you do?
So if I make a ranged, hang on one sec. Actually, let me check this other spell. Oh, except hang on, I don't think it was in there. But let me ask as well while I'm thinking about this. If I make a ranged spell attack, does that and will that be like a disadvantage or something? Because it's right next to me. It's like on my body.
That's a good question. So you're trying to kill it instead of remove it. Then.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, screw it. I'm just gonna do this because this is more. Oh, hang on. Let me check.
Oh boy.
This is just a creature that I can see, so so it doesn't have to be like a ranged doodad. But I'm gonna do this. So it needs to make. Ignore that because it needs to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save.
Yeah.
It doesn't list saves on here, but I can make a wisdom check. So let's just do that.
I can't remember.
Natural 20 for a 19.
Oh, screw you. Asshole.
That's impressive.
Sorry. I mean, that was such a shame.
So if it is that damaged halved or what happens?
No, it is not halved. So
I can't say that I'm that familiar with Toll the Dead without looking it up.
it is not halved. It if it saves, then it does not take any damage.
Okay.
As it's a cantrip, I can't do like another cantrip as a bonus action, can I?
Yeah, sadly we're not supposed to do multiple spells in the same turn unless they say so, or a special feat, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Just checking.
I think I may have taken a liberty once or twice with Ulfgar, and I realized that mistake and stopped doing it.
Yeah, sure. Ulfgar gets away with it.
Yeah. I'm so
Well, I
dead.
do have to put on I can. Never mind.
What's that?
Nothing. I'll save that for later.
Okay.
The roles have been swapped, Valen. You
Indeed.
just outed yourself.
So, what else would you like to do? Did you want to stay where you're at?
Yeah, because this thing has grabbed onto me, right? So, and it takes. I'm assuming, like, I'm gonna kind of struggle with it, but I'm sure I can't really get rid of it. So.
Okay. Yeah, you used your action to try and like necrotize it, and that did not pan out too well. So, I think it wasn't so much it resisting as much as you were trying to get a touch on it to use your spell, and the darn thing's body is just like totally creeped you out, and you're just like kind of yeah. All right, so we'll go to next is Smoke. which is in the monkey window for those that are looking.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hang out near Natalia so she can heal me. I decided to be the action hero.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to tell the half ogre or whatever chick, just half orc, to start hucking dead bodies at the troll.
So you'd like to try and throw a body 30 feet?
No, not me. I don't have that kind of strength.
Oh, okay.
But the half orc may, and so I suggested. Hang out with my little buddy here so that she can heal me.
Gotcha. All right. So duly noted. Did you want to ready an action? Basically, what this means is once something happens, you can then respond in some way, shape, or form. You know, like to say, if a creature gets close enough, I will attack it. You know.
Yes. Anything within striking reach of the angry kitty. As you all know, will get stabbed.
All right. Did you want to move?
No, I need to stay within, because she has to touch.
Right.
She
She can always move too, or you can move around her if you so desire.
Yeah, I'll position myself safely behind her shield.
Okay. Here, actually, let me do this because this makes more sense to put these things on the people now that they've attached. Oh, that did not work out well. Hold on a second here.
You might need to move me back or at front.
No, it's supposed to be on top of you.
No, or I actually don't see it on top. That's just a player render.
Oh, okay. Well, I see it on top of you, so that's what matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
On top of mine and walls, so.
There we go. What you allow me to give an example. What you could do to stay close by to Natea is you could come around and pull the stirge off of Vern, or give that an attempt, or you could just you could actually come around and attack it, and still be right next to Natea.
I suggest against that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do the stabby.
I know how eager you are to stab things, but also want to be alive to do so. So I figured I would give you an idea of some of the options you could do.
Excellent. Any chance to stab something, I am for.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and move your kitty where you would like it to be.
Whoa, hold on. Don't even think about it, man.
So...
Sorry, it's time to stabby.
All right, so here's what you can attack it. You can try and remove it from him, or you can try and assist him in removing it if you think that that's what he would like. Entirely up to you.
I think if I put my dagger through it, that will help him to remove it.
Okay, so go ahead and attack with disadvantage. That's a really good disadvantage roll. Holy crap! So yeah, you hit it. That's for sure. And I've already closed the window with these darn stirges out. Let's open that up again. Oh, yeah.
I think that helps.
Yeah, so you stab it, it dies, and you now had... Vern now has a dead stirge sticking in him. That's...
Oh, that's even grosser.
You are so welcome, friend.
All right.
Just kind of dangling there.
So... anything else you'd like to do there, Smoke?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, let's actually... There we are.
Take the Sturge's arms. Stop hitting yourself.
I'm actually going to put it next to him since it's not really doing anything to him anymore. And next is Vern. Vern, you have a dead stirge that just got stabbed by a very angry and mostly dead cat.
What would it cost to pull it out?
You could try yanking it out of you, and you could find out how difficult it is. Usually it's difficult to get those things out of you when they're still alive.
Okay, better question. What if I leave it in?
You have to find out, man.
You're gonna be fighting with some kind of large crow-sized creature with its beak inside you. That's what you would be doing.
That is so wrong. Wow.
When in doubt, pull it out.
Over here, and I attempt to pull it.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Come on, luck with a die.
So you brace yourself, and you go to pull this thing out of your shoulder, and you just go, and it slowly just goes,
Oh,
and it makes this
no way.
like this pop noise as it comes out. You're just like, oh god, oh, and
Sort of like
it's just
noise.
limp in your hands. There you go.
I just toss it out of my hand.
All right, and it's down on the floor behind the bar now.
Okay, I'm also just gonna stow my dagger.
Okay.
Did pulling it out cost an action?
It actually only costs you as much as a bonus action.
And putting away the weapon would cost as a free action, correct?
That's fine.
Okay, then I draw out my... What am I carrying?
Okay.
My longbow.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
He gets into position. Next up, we have Yagra.
Sorry. There's so much innuendo here. So much. Yeah. I'm like barely holding on.
So, Smoke, upon your suggestion to Yagra, you talked to the back of her angry head. Yagra just kind of moves over here and takes a swing at bandit number 5.
God damn it.
So allow me to actually bring her up here. There we go. And her character sheet. She does her multi-attack with her mace. And then she does another one. Why is that one not actually showing up as anything? That's interesting. Oh, because I clicked multi-attack instead of mace. My bad. Okay. Okay, so she did pretty good. 16 and 14. This guy has... What do you got? Oh, pfft. Okay, yeah. So...
He's dead, isn't he?
Or
she missed horribly.
He's done. He's like trying to grab one of the feet of one of his of Krentz there, and in the process of doing so, she just walks right up to him with the mace out, and like is pointing at him as she's walking up to him, and he like drops the foot, starts backing up a few feet in the process. She keeps walking towards him and just smacks him, and he falls down and smacks him again, and he just like slumps down just flat on the ground, and she smacks him 2, 3, 4 more times, just keeps on wailing at him. It's actually pretty gross at this point. So, yeah. She just wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to do that again. Yeah. Yagra's turn is done.
Griffola, remind me never get her angry.
So, next up is the troll, who then climbs up the rest of the way out of the pit and is now on the edge of the portal. Durnan had readied an attack. So we're going to bring up that character sheet here. Hold on a second. Oh, I've already got it pulled up. Oh, there it is. Durnan takes a swing with his sword. Dear God. And yeah. And then he takes his second attack.
Did his first attack hit? Or?
Yeah. And then he takes his third attack.
Third attack? What attacks can this guy do?
And then he takes, I believe he gets, is it 4 attacks?
Is he like, so he's got one sword?
Mm-hmm.
Wowzers. Okay.
Yep. 4 melee weapon attacks. And
Nice.
so he comes up. Yeah, he does some serious damage on this thing.
I think we shouldn't mess with people here.
Hold on a second. I got to do all the addition on this. Because, yeah. His two-handed sword, by the way, you guys are getting a pretty good look at it at this point. It's big. It's beautiful. And it kicks butt. Let's see. So he had 14.
That could help, though.
And 11. Oh dear, that's a snoozy pug right there.
That's a snore.
Yeah.
That was a snore, I promise. It was a snore.
Sure thing. Let's put that away, Where's the troll? Troll's armor class is 15, which he hit with 3 of the 4
give us the answer.
chops.
We now know what the armor class of that thing is.
Oh. So, actually, I don't need to do that. I can just do this and do minus. So yeah, he does some hefty chops into this troll, which just kind of staggers it. And it takes it. It at the same time, and it retorts in kind and tries to attack. Oh, looks like there we
Hey,
go.
I have a question about the turn order.
This was Durnan's ready to attack.
Ah, okay.
He just moved
Gotcha.
up and readied an action to attack the
Gotcha,
troll when it
okay.
got close.
Alright.
So
I
want to
was
remove
really
that bandit from the list as well?
What's that?
Remove the bandit off the list as well?
Yeah, that doesn't
Okay.
matter.
No, I've got that
was-
going for other reasons. Don't worry about it.
Ooh.
So, let's see. It does... Oh my gosh. All right. So it's going to do one of these and try and bite Durnan. And his... Oh, he's fine, actually. It tries biting him back over the edge of the sword. Fails. He's able to kind of shove it back. But in the process... Oops, I rolled that way too many times. Okay. Only the first 2 work. But it does get 2 claw attacks in on him. Of which... That's a bite, that's a claw. Wow. Okay. 6, 8. So that's only... it merely scratches his arm in the process of trying to do so with both of its claws, injuring him slightly. Very little. He seems to have the upper hand on this troll at the moment. And that is its turn, short of it came up and finished moving the rest of the way out of the portal. And then I believe it has some other special items. Hold on one second, because it's a troll. Trolls have special stuff going on. Can I drag that out? Yes, I can. Oh, yes. I forgot. It's not as badly injured as it looks because some of its wounds had healed up at the beginning of its turn as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a troll. You guys are now learning that trolls can regenerate. So, next is the bandit turn. We're going to move on to Natea.
Okay, fire thing makes sense now.
Yeah. So I am my character sheet first. Okay. I'm looking around, and I am going to slap Smoke on the back and use my lay on hands. It'll give him 5 HP to heal him.
Why
Okay.
can't you just... I am a kitty.
No, I'm just gonna slap him on the back and say, "Here you go, buddy."
You're
And I'm going
scratching.
to move. I'm going to move about here with my shield up and ready, and that's all my action.
Okay. Smoke, don't be afraid to re-add your hit points. There you go. Wow. Okay, yeah, you didn't have many hit points. Got it. You keep forgetting everyone's level 1. I should have gotten another troll in here. Anyway, so you move up and that's it?
Yep, that's all I can do right now.
Okie doke. Then next up, I have totally missed our newest member here. And it looks like that is Alexis.
Forgot to get him to roll initiative.
So, let me move you over here. So, Fang, if you could click on your little character avatar on the map,
Yeah.
and then click Initiative on your character sheet. Because for some reason you have to have clicked on your character first, and then you click Initiative, and it will roll Initiative on this.
Yeah, I should have only done that if you had more than one sheet, but nope.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
Initiative. It's been a while since I last played with Roll20, so...
No worries. Let me bring up a character sheet.
Balance still has those issues half the time, so...
No, it's more than that. Initiative is at the top middle of your page.
Oh, there we go.
All right. That actually works perfectly. So they had a surprise round on you, and it is now your turn. Let's reorganize this. Descending. So, what would you like to do? You now have a stirge firmly attached in your rib area. It's like a giant mosquito, basically.
It is a giant mosquito.
Yeah, it's really gross. It's really, really gross.
I guess I would try swinging at, or trying to hit.
Okay. What will you be using to try and hit it with?
I guess we use one of the surrounding items, like a chair. You know, since we're in a tavern.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll be difficult to try and hit it with a chair as it's attached to you. You could probably use like a dagger, or try and like hit it with your staff or something of that. Or you could just try and remove it. You could probably cast a spell at it. Those kind of options. If you try and pick a chair up at it, you'd more be using it to try and push it off you, maybe, I guess. But I think it would be a bit unwieldy to try and hit it.
No, it's like doing the Heimlich maneuver on yourself.
That's one way to look at it. I guess I'll use the dagger to try and stab at it.
Okay, so on your character sheet, go ahead and click the dagger underneath, or in the middle of your character sheet, basically. Just click on dagger. That. All right, and that should hit. So now click on the word dagger in the chat here. Oh, nice. So, yeah.
That'll do.
That will definitely do. So that's a dead stirge. It's still attached to you, but you see that it stops twitching and trying to draw blood. So, yeah, that's really it's really gross. So you still have enough action. You think you might be able to try and like get it off of you? Did you want to proceed with that as well?
Sure.
Okay, so you stabbed. Go ahead and make an athletics check. It's going to be in your skill list on kind of the left side-ish there. Just click on the word athletics. All right, cool. That works, actually. So you stab it, and you kind of like, at the same time you put your other hand on it, kind of get it off your ribs, and you're like, oh, get it out of here. And it like hits the ground with a sickening thud. You're like, oh gosh. And you look at the little hole it left. It doesn't seem like it actually hurts or anything. It just starts to itch a little bit.
Sort of like a mosquito bite, how it...
Yeah. Yeah, you're more like insulted that this disgusting thing was on you than anything else at this point. All right. So, next up, we go with Durnan the Man, who then... Durnan with the double swords, or the big two-handed sword here. Where's his attack? Swings his sword. Yeah, that's going to hit, and it has how much left? Yeah, that's one. And, I don't remember what its AC was. Its AC, he just made it. So that's 8 and 9. He's still going to need another attack. That would do it. Okay, so 3 attacks in, and Durnan downs the troll. And it goes down.
Wow.
Boom.
Nice.
And you see he has not stood down yet. He gives it another 4th chop, and says, "Quickly, I need fire." Griffala, your turn.
Yeah. I shout back to him, "I'm a little busy." So I'm like trying to like manhandle this stirge off. I'm gonna try Toll the Dead again.
Do it.
Boop. Oh wow, yes. I mean that's great. Could it make a wisdom save though?
1 second.
I might hold 1 point of damage.
All right. Oh crap. I rolled really, really well. I rolled a 17.
Yep. That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah. So that didn't do much.
I give her this kind of withering look, like, I need help.
Did you want to move? Because it's attached to you at this point.
Well, I mean, what's the point in me moving, right?
You could get closer to people that might be able to help you, or
I kind of like crawl down the bar a little bit.
you could do a flying jump onto the ground trying to smoosh it.
No, I'm gonna crawl down the bar a little bit so that I'm like in between. Okay, this bar, there's no like center to this bar.
No,
Nope.
it's a slippery bar.
I'm just gonna position myself like on the bar between Vern.
The scourge sucks more blood out of you the more you move. Something like that.
I'm just looking at Vern and looking at Smoke and looking at the stirge. I'm like, get it off, get it off.
That's the thing, is that you're trying to cast your spell, but you don't want to touch it at the same time.
I'm just kind of looking at it like, in my mind, I know that feeling.
All right, so then next up is the stirge. So, which I closed the darn window again. Oh, every
Just
time.
minimize that.
I know. I'm just trying to double click, but anyway, it's back open. So it now does its stuff, which there we go. It does 4 piercing damage at this point. The start of each of the stirge's turns, the target loses 4 hit points due to blood loss. So its body starts inflating like a little water balloon of sort, and it's just you just start feeling a little bit faint upon seeing this happen as well. You're like, oh no.
So this is the stirge that's normally attached to me. I take 4 from that.
Yes, 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm sorry that you're the only one who still has one in them.
Not for lack of trying.
Is your ghostly friend here on the bar a concentration?
Yeah, I think he would have dissipated by now anyway. So
you just would have deactivated it.
Yeah, but I don't have access to the token, so
Okay, so we'll just put him on the GM layer for now. There, he's gone.
why, thank you.
Poof. So Mischief Mouse has disappeared. Actually, hold on a second here. I just realized something. Let's look up. Nope, that is not helpful. Okay.
Okay.
Is it going to show up? Ah. Maybe this is going to be helpful after all.
I fear helpful stuff.
I love that you're having this conversation with yourself.
Yeah, well, those that are watching see what I'm doing here. They're probably confused as well, to be honest, though. So your little bird friend.
Yeah.
It seems to get very agitated at you being injured, and it wants to try and attack this thing as well. Do you want to let it?
One moment.
It seems to be like asking mental telepathy, type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point I'm desperate enough that I would be like, yes. Get it.
All right, so your crow raven, your raven comes down and tries, it's like flapping and it's like trying to peck at it and stuff really hard with it. So let's do roll
How are you doing this?
1d20 plus 4. Actually, yeah, just do a roll d20 1d20 plus 4. I'll get that out of the chat there. We don't need that. Delete.
Click crackety.
Would a 15 hit?
That would hit. And then you do... Oh, what was it? Was it...
Does the unseen raven eat the thing?
Eat the thing. So it actually does some damage to it. But the stirge is not dead yet. So it's like clawing and pecking at it and trying to get it off of you, and it seems to be doing a better job than what you were doing. And I think at this point you're just glad that somebody is trying to get this thing off of you. Excuse me. So we got to smoke.
Is it within stabby range, or am I going to hit the little bird too?
You could just walk 5 feet. You'd have to move a little tiny bit, and then you could just stab at it if you wanted. The bird is just kind of like fluttering above her, more or less, and it's just like trying to peck at it. So if you want to try stabbing again, you'll have to do it at disadvantage, though, because you're trying not to hit her, unless you don't really care.
At this point, Grifola's like, just do it, I don't care.
Well,
am I allowed to just cover my head?
What's that?
Am I allowed to just cover my head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it would be a sneak attack since it is unaware of me as well.
Yes. Not that you'll really need that, but yeah, sure. I'll clue you in. It has 1 hit point left.
So okay, from 1 to 3, I have no clue how much health that thing has, other than something hitting for 4.
Excuse me. All right, so a 10. I don't know if that would actually hit. Let's see. Armor class of no. So you try stabbing, and you thankfully do not hit Grifola, but you don't hit it either.
And I'll try poking with my other one.
Apparently you're just too distracted with, yeah, that's fine. You're distracted a bit by the fact that there's a flying bird in the way as well. 17 would do it. So you're able to hit him. And basically, if you would have rolled a 1, then you would have done damage to her, is the thing. So, but in this case, you didn't. So what is your damage, sir? Yeah, it's dead.
Did it pop like a water balloon?
Yeah, pretty much. Even if you take off the dexterity modifier on there, it's still it's dead. You slash it, and the head of it and its proboscis is still there, but it's
Of course it is.
definitely dead. So you'd have to he just kind of cut the body from the head at that point. So is DED. Let me better illustrate this with a nice big X. And then we can move that off to the side for the moment. Actually, it's still on you. So.
Well, that and I'm trying to stab down since she's about knee level.
Yep.
This makes things difficult.
Yep.
What you could have done was, not have stepped on top of the bar.
Climbing things, it's a thing.
Yeah, he's a cat. He's
Yeah.
a cat. All right, so then, Vern, what would you like to do?
I just look at them and take a step sideways. I'll
Okay.
leave you to pulling that out. Let's see.
Hey, I think the guy with the big sword wants some fire.
Is there any of the stuff above?
Actually, I would say that there is at either end of the bar, or there's a lot of alcohol, some of which might be flammable.
I'm more questioning, is there any candle above him, the troll?
What's that?
Above the troll, is there anything above him that I could possibly hit?
Actually, it's a very large open area. let's see if I can grab this. You can see my pointer, yeah? As I'm measuring stuff out of the portal, can you see this? Okay.
Yep.
So basically, this area around the portal is clear of any kind of stuff, except for like 3 stories, 4 stories up. There's maybe like a chandelier right in the center. Reason being is because the entire like 3 stories, there is nothing around this area. There used to be apparently some sort of large wall there once upon a time that has since been removed. But not far from that, along the edges, you would find like lanterns at every level and on each of the tables.
I'm going to be shooting at that stirge.
Okay. All right.
Quick FYI, if we disappear, we're getting some nasty storms rolling in and some nasty lightning and thunder. So if we just go poof, that's why.
Gotcha. Actually, I did forget that the stirges that were in the portal have since just started floating back down. So you wouldn't be able to see them at this point. Yeah. I'll actually adjust them all.
That would have been good knowledge to know.
Full. They're full. They can't fly anymore.
More or less. They're done. Let's put sleepy faces.
To meet us later.
We'll put sleepy faces on them all.
Okay, so we're at the nearest bottle.
The nearest bottle. Oh, of alcohol?
Yep.
You're surrounded by them.
Behind the bar is usually where you find them.
Yep.
That is actually a very good point. It would be odd if it wasn't. Okay. And no future moth. Just no. I can see. I'm going to try tossing one.
You're just going to grab a random one?
Yes.
All right. I need you to roll a d20.
Just a solid d20.
Just roll a d20.
I'm pretty sure that's good.
You are damn lucky. Okay. So, what are you going to do with this bottle?
Throw it at the troll.
Of what looks like you happen to grab a really expensive looking bottle of brandy.
That is
I say not the good stuff.
Well, it's good if we'll live.
Are you just grabbing it and tossing it, or are you grabbing it, looking at it briefly, and then tossing it?
Grab toss.
Okay. And you're throwing it at the troll.
Yep.
Okay. So make a ranged attack then. So just be adding in your. It's an improvised weapon, but it is a ranged attack. I'd say just roll a d20 plus your dex modifier.
And what is my dex? That's my dex. That is not clicking nothing.
That's
I
fine.
think I hit.
So now you're throwing it directly at the troll, yes?
Yep.
Okay. I gotta think here.
Is the barkeep Durnan? Question is, does he have a lighter?
So you throw the bottle, it bounces off the troll's body and rolls next to him. The bottle didn't actually break.
I just got behind this counter.
So what else would you like to do? It was a good try. It was a good try.
Look at it again. Okay, nope. Duck. Hide. That's it.
Okay. All right. So next is Yagra. And she just is busy cleaning off her mace at this point and isn't interested in anything that is going on otherwise. Just that. So, bandits, troll.
Uh-oh.
So, troll gets back up. I'm suddenly seeing the arrows of people going the opposite direction. Okay, so
Run away!
the troll then takes several attacks against Durnan again. So let's bring that up. And it gets 3 attacks. It's going to do a bite and 2 claws Oh, the bite once again. He's got the two-handed sword, expecting it to come up. He's like, it's a trick. Get an axe, type attitude. And he like puts the blade up right to its face. It tries coming up for him, and it's actually prone, so it's doing very poor. And he smacks it a little bit, and it doesn't do anything, though it claws at him. But let's see, it's at disadvantage because of this. So, yeah, it tries clawing at him twice and misses, or does not find purchase. If it does do anything, it rips his shirt, but doesn't seem to injure him. So then next is Natea.
Okay, is there any lanterns within this area of where I'm at? Any fire?
There is probably a lantern just on the ceiling above where you're at. Yes.
But it's probably too high.
What's that?
Can I reach it?
If you stand on one of the stools.
Athletics check.
No, acrobatics.
Nice.
Because she's trying to hold her balance and get this thing.
Will it be an action just to pull a torch out?
It would take up your action to. It would be a bonus to pull out a torch, because you'd probably take it from your pack or something, and then you could light it with an action.
Where does the bottle go that he threw?
It is just at its right next to it.
Okay, well I'll go pick up the bottle and I'm just gonna smash it on the troll's head.
That works.
Or stomp on it near the troll's head so it gets on the troll, and then can I just smack it or something?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll an attack. I'll say that that smashing the bottle on it was not really any effort to do so, because you actually
I kind of
had
just kicked it into him and hit him, as I'm running.
All right, so let's see with your mace. His armor class is, yes, you do hit. Your mace finds purchase. Nice. So you do some damage to it. Excuse me. Though it doesn't seem to take it down like the greatsword has been, but it does seem to hit it nonetheless and injure it. Let's do.
And then is it still prone? I can back up with one without it hitting me?
Nope, that's old rules. At this point, you'd have to use an action in order to disengage. Otherwise, it would get attacks on you.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, I'm good then. That's it.
All right.
Can anyone fire?
I yell back, listen here, mister, I'm going to hide behind the bar.
All right, next up we have Alexis. I see he has his mouth full at the moment.
Hungry, so.
So there are several calls for fire on the troll because it keeps getting back up.
I can probably help him out with that then.
I think there'd be a lot of people that would be happy about that at this point.
I just realized I'm actually playing my character I'm supposed to without even being to.
Yep. I'm probably gonna shoot some fire at him.
All right, go for it. He is highly flammable at this point because he's been doused with a very fine brandy.
Yeah. And that would be in the cantrip spells.
Yes. Which spell is it that you are choosing to cast?
Firebolt.
All right. Let me look up Firebolt so that I can help you with this. Oops.
I already have the description for it.
Okay. What does it say?
Make a ranged spell attack against a creature you can see and hit the 1d10 fire. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it being worn or...
Excellent.
If you can, you could drag it to your character sheet.
Oh, we haven't done...
Automatically.
Yeah, we just had him... Nah. We just had him set up the, pick the spells, so it's my bad for not having it that far yet, but I've been sick, so...
don't worry.
All right.
I'm going to blame you, Mr. Sick.
Yep. It's me, Mr. Sick.
No excuse.
All right. So your ranged attack is going to be a +6. So if you'll type into chat roll 1d20 plus 6. And you put a space between roll and 1d20 plus 6.
It's 1d20 plus 6, no space.
Correct.
Alternately, there,
Wow.
on the left side of your screen, the top, you should see a dice icon.
Mm-hmm.
If you click that, it should open up the dice roller.
Mm-hmm. That works too.
And you could, for the advanced roll, you select the type of die and then add your modifier.
All right.
Oh.
So, here's the thing, though, is that because the area is doused with a flammable material, I'm going to give you advantage on this. So go ahead and hit arrow up, or just, and you should be able to just roll it again. And then you get to choose the better of the two. That...
I mean, I'll probably take 14 then.
That's close. That's very close. It actually misses. The area does not catch on fire. Instead, this bar stool back here.
Oh, poor
Actually,
bar
no,
stool.
let's make it this one. This bar stool back here starts actually catching on fire. Just a little bit of a cinder. It popped into that thing, and it's just this little bit of flame sitting on that stool.
Slightly.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Griffol, who's aiming at us?
All right. Did you want to move anything, or is that it for now?
I'll probably move.
Okay. You should be able to use your arrow keys or drag your character up to 30 feet, which would be...
Oh, I didn't know you actually your character was the arrow keys.
Mm-hmm. Just to give you an idea.
Also, if you're holding character and you hit Q,
Mm-hmm.
you could also kind of see a direct path type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking of moving right.
That works. By the way, this here is a table. That was the table that all the adventurers ran from into the foray.
Ah, okay.
All right, so Durnan, doing the thing that he has been doing, once again, smacks and takes down the what is it? The troll. It says, "I can't keep this up all day." And that's his whole thing, though, is that he can move, but then he'd have to stop attacking it. So it drops again. Can I? Oh, I've got the wrong selection.
Just keep going!
So, Griffola.
So you said that there are lanterns or something on each end of the bar?
Correct. And this bar stool here is currently a little bit alight.
So I think I'm gonna head in this direction,
Okay.
grab the lantern and chuck it at the troll.
Okay.
Okay?
Go ahead
Alright.
and make a ranged attack. 1d20 plus your dex modifier.
Just to confirm, does Griffola still have... Yes, she does, okay.
Alright, ranged attack. So it's like a dex check, basically, right?
Yeah. All right. Lucky for you, it's you're just trying to get the area to go on fire, or are you trying to hit the troll itself?
Say again?
Are you what are you trying to accomplish? Hitting the troll specifically, or just trying to get the area that's doused on fire?
I'm just trying to get the area that's doused on fire.
Okay.
I feel like
Then
the troll will go up
In
if
that
does.
in that case, it doesn't take much, and it does actually happen.
Okay.
And the troll therefore starts burning, and yep, it boop. Hooray! It's dead. You still have a bug head sticking out of your shoulder, or just under your
Then, yeah,
clavicle
I
there.
then take, my bonus action, just pull the bug head out.
You sure can. Make an athletics check to do so.
An athletics check, really?
Yes, really.
Oh, for crying.
So the Smurf grabber killed a troll.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's not a very high DC. Don't worry
I'm
about it.
like, "Ugh, is it? I don't want to touch it.
Oh no!
Yep.
so more,
Yeah. Nope. No.
yeah, you're like, I gotta get this.
No,
Oh god,
touching it.
oh god, pull it out.
I'm like, could somebody just, please? This needs to go away.
Okay.
Then why are you shoving it deeper into you?
All right, so the Sturges, the 6 that are in the portal at this point, they pretty much have all gone back down into the depths somewhere. Pretty happy. Smoke, anything you wanted to do at this point?
Well, since she's fighting to get that thing out of her chest, I suppose I could help, like, pull it out.
She seems to act like it's still alive and draining her blood for some reason, so have at it. Make an athletics
Yeah.
check.
I might like staggering on the bar. No, it's like,
I'm of no help.
She will not hold still whatsoever. And actually, for you, it wouldn't be athletics. It would be acrobatics. So why don't you try and make a roll for that?
what?
Because he's just trying to get a hold of the darn thing.
And he's also towering over.
Yep.
I
So
could have done acrobatics.
I know, but it's not that. You rolled a natural 1 anyway. So all right.
Grab a
So-
squirrel.
So he's trying to like get a hold of it, and you're like squirming like the dickens. Finally, he's able to just like he puts a hand on you to hold you still, and then out it comes. You know,
I've got my eyes like scrunched shut. I'm like,
and,
is it gone?
yeah.
Is it gone? And I just kind of slowly look. Okay. Oh.
You can kill a troll, but you're scared of a dead head.
Yeah. All right. So, Vern, anything you wanted to do? There's currently a flaming troll corpse. Actually, I should probably bring that back at least. But I'm on the wrong layer. Let's see.
I'm gonna shout.
There we go.
That's it. I wasn't the one who wasted the alcohol. That's it.
So there's okay, gotcha. I just clicked on the wrong thing anyway. I wanted to put. Isn't there a fire icon on this thing?
There should be.
That's about as close as I've got. Oh well. Yeah. All right. So he's currently burning corpse at this moment. Giant burning corpse. Several dead sturges. Yagro wanders off.
Couldn't that symbol work?
What symbol? I guess so.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, that would work.
Potato, potato.
Natea, anything that you wanted to do at this point?
Nope. I look around and
Okay.
make sure everything's dead and.
All right.
And,
So what it looks like is Durnan at this point is just he's trying to use his greatsword to heft the body over the edge back down the pit, and he's like, "Give me a hand here."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'll help him. I'll just kind of pick it up and try to help him push it over.
All right, so go ahead and make a strength check. Excuse me. Oh dear. Okay, so he seems to struggle with it, and he's not able to get it up over the edge without assistance at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, this thing stinks.
Yeah, it's starting to catch on fire. You're trying not to get yourself on fire at this point as well. So, Alexis, it is now your turn. If you're there, okay. I couldn't tell. You disappeared there for a sec.
That would be nice.
I'm here. Mom just got back home.
So what would you like to do? Because Durnan and the barkeep and what is it? This paladin-looking person over here are both trying to like get this flaming troll corpse over the edge before the bar catches on fire.
I guess I would try and help them.
Okay. How would you like to do so?
Like, I would probably move over to them and help try and get him over the bar.
Okay. Excuse me. All right. So you come over there. Go ahead and roll a strength check. So basically, I think you just. All right. I think you've got a fantastic strength score. Oh, no, that's the save. Instead, just click on the word strength to the left of that.
Oh. Wrong one.
Oh dear. Okay. That's that's excellent. So you come up and you try and help get this thing into there as well. And its body that isn't on fire is slippery. The rest of it that looks like you might be able to get a hold of seems to be flaming, and it's starting to spread a little bit into it's dripping on the ground. Some of the expensive brandy that's burning. So Durnan then gives it a go himself, but he obviously can't do it unless someone else is able to help him. So Grifola, it is now your turn. And the stirge is now out there next to you on the bar.
I'm trying to decide if I would actually go help with this or not. How far away is it? That is, yeah, I can't. Because I've got to climb down off the bar as well.
You can hop down.
Okay. Right, then I'm gonna kick that stirge head off the bar, so get it as far away from me as possible. Then I'm gonna hop down off the bar. I'll try and get like a good leap, and then make it as close as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna take a booted foot and try and shove the troll with said booted foot.
Okay, make that strength check.
Yeah,
There's now 4 of you trying to lift this thing over the edge.
This is redonk. Maybe? Yeah.
Everyone is getting fibers.
My gosh. Okay. So, at this point, I realize that it's getting a bit out of hand, but yeah, it's a thing that's happening. Sturges are done. So then, Smoke, what you doing? The fire is spreading, and the troll is not going over the edge.
Well, I can't stab it, so I'm a little lost. But I guess I will go ahead and go over there and try to lift it over too, even though my strength sucks.
All right, go for it.
Join the party. It's fun.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Come on.
So at this point,
Everyone wants to be a bodybuilder. No one wants to lift heavy ass weights.
at this point, though, I'm going to say, and I even see on your advantage, if it was an advantage roll, you'd have had a natural 20. I am going to say at this point, yeah, you all should have had advantage because you're all helping each other. Ideally, you were going to give Durnan an advantage, but... So, I would say that between 5 of you, you're able to get this troll over the edge. And then it goes down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't move his character over. So, troll down the pit. And let's put it... Pew.
And Vernon is still hiding behind the counter.
Excuse me. There is still a little bit of some remnant fire on the floor here. That Durnan is saying, help me put this out, quick. Bonnie! And Bonnie is like rushing out, and she's got buckets of water. Like she knew what was happening. This is the regular drill. And he yells, Bonnie, buckets! And she comes out. She's got 2 of them, and she just douses Grifola. in the process of trying to get the ground. So she's just trying to get the fire, but she probably caught you a little bit in the process. Not like it was on purpose. She wasn't just like dumping it over your head or something, but you would have caught a little bit of the spray. Excuse me. So at this point, I think I'm going to take it out of turn order. And I'm going to say that, yeah.
I have a theory. Bonnie is the troll. She left just as the troll appeared, and now it's back. Now the troll's gone.
That would be very troll-like.
It's a conspiracy. I knew it.
So, essentially, Bonnie and Durnan are trying to regain some order in the bar. You've got 3 strings over here, and the corner is currently like coming out from behind his little like table and stage, peeking about what's going on. You've got people are starting to come back, you know, in where is it? There we go. Back into the normal area again. And people are noticing that there's a whole bunch of what look like dead bandits over here. And Yagra seems to just be walking away. It's what y'all want to do.
Can I pick up the what's the name of this thing again? What's Bloodsucker's name?
The Sturges?
Yeah. Pick it up, walk over to the edge, and just toss it down.
Down it goes.
I mean, we probably clean up the place and bury the bandit.
There are 5 bandits.
I tell you, do you think people look at me weird if I loot the bodies?
And wait, so the half orc, what's her name again? Sorry,
Yagra.
Yagra. Yagra is like she's just leaving.
She seems to be walking off to what you guys thought looked like a bathroom area.
I'm gonna follow her.
She spit on them as she walked away. Okay.
I would like to follow Yagra.
Okay. As you're passing, like you're leaving the area where Bonnie and Durnan are trying to clean up the area, Bonnie says, "Oh, I'm so sorry about the water." As you're like turning around, and she actually points back in the direction that you're headed. Goes, "The bathrooms are back that way if you need them." And Durnan says, "Thanks, you've all done good." And that's all he says, as he's just kind of like scraping bits off the floor. He kind of looks at Vern a bit and does like one of these with his finger, just kind of pushes you in the shoulder and says, "Next time use a lantern."
Wait, who is he saying that to?
You. And then he pretty much starts moving back here. Go ahead and move your character over by Yagra, Kashka.
As he's walking, I'm gonna kind of follow him and ask him, "Hey, what was the beginning fight all about with those people and the half-orc woman?"
He says, "They're not my problem. Get him out of here." And he starts calling him. Bonnie's like, "All right, let me go get some help from the back." And she runs to the back again.
I'm just like, okay. Oh, sorry. I have a cat in the window on the outside.
Smoke, are you still up on the bar?
No,
I'll
I'll
back.
probably sneak kind of over and kind of look at the bodies, see if I see anything.
Durnan would like catch your eye and kind of like do one of these where he's like, "Come here a second."
Oh yeah, Kashka. In chat, Future Moss is asking, are you in stealth? Are you stealthily following?
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Super stealth.
Smoke, Durnan is calling you over. Do you go to see him?
Sure. What's up, Slick?
Okay. You believe that you've concealed yourself through the crowd while you are following her. Durnan says, as far as I'm concerned, they're casualties of the troll. But you'd best keep that thing a bit more hidden next time. People around here don't care for what you've been doing. But like I said, thanks for the help.
Hey, no problem. I'm pretty good at stabby stuff.
Says, yes, most in prison are. Just watch yourself. And welcome to Waterdeep. So
that's okay though if I search the bodies.
He didn't. Are you asking him that?
Yes.
Oh gosh. He says, I'd prefer that they just go. If you want to help Bonnie with dragging him out back to the pig pits, then that'd be fine.
They're feeding the
Okay,
pig
that sounds good. Because then I'll have a little privacy.
Okay.
Rhyming never to eat the pork.
Bonnie comes back with some help, which is going to be in the shape of...
delicious bacon.
Yep. Let's see if I can actually do this. Hey, stop it. Stop. I need to move this turn order thing out of the way.
Can you
Just close it.
There we go. So let's bring this back layer, token layer. This is my general purpose icon. Yay! Then I have to go back to my layer. She comes back with just some kitchen help, and they come over and start grabbing the bodies and start like dragging them towards the portal.
I thought you said pig pits in the back.
That's what Durnan said. That's not what she's doing, though.
Search them
Hey,
before they get there.
Yeah. Hey, you want those with the pigs?
She says, what do you think I'm doing? Now grab one and help me get them out of here. Meanwhile, the crowd seems to just be giving a blank eye to it. Like, they're all kind of like just letting it happen. It's like this has happened before.
Okay. Then I guess I'll go and search a bandit there at the bar before I drag it over.
All right. Excuse me. Go ahead and make... Oh, what is the check for that? I can't remember.
Sleight of hand, stealth. What are you looking for?
I'll let you know when I get there. Oh, what was it? It would be... No. Investigation. Make an investigation check. While you're doing that, we're going to go on with Grifola. So, Yagra goes to the back, and there's like some kind of bathroom. She goes in. You follow?
Yep.
Okay. It is empty in there. She goes up and just goes to start doing her business.
I'm just gonna kind of wring the water out of my clothing, out of my hair. You know, just kind of like, I'm just kind of wasting time until there's a better opportunity.
For
eventually I want to ask her if she's okay and who those bandits were.
Okay. Well, she's going to finish what she's doing. Then she's going to come over and she's going to, like, there's like a wash bucket or something like that there. She just used that to try and, she's more or less pouring a little bit of it on her mace. Excuse me, cleaning it off. So did you want to talk to her then?
Sure, yeah.
She doesn't have much on her, and it doesn't look like she really was injured. Not too badly, at least.
I'm still going to ask her.
What was it you were going to ask again?
If she's okay. I know she doesn't look injured, but like...
She says, I'm fine.
And then I'm going to ask her if she knew who those guys were.
They were just some jerks from the Xanathar's guild or whatever.
They seem to pick a fight with you. What was that about?
Well, there's blood on the streets right now. That's what the thing is. She doesn't seem to be very interested in much conversation. She's just very short. Look, I'd thank you for the help, but I could have handled it myself.
Hmm.
She says, I
Sounds
do
like a big
appreciate
help.
what you did, though. Excuse me.
I just kind of shrug and go back to my group.
Okay. She actually comes out about the same time you do, and then just heads off into the crowd off in another area. So I don't know where you were headed, but there you go. So, investigation 11. All right, let me bring up the banditos. All right, on them you'd find they had more or less the weapons that they had, which they all had some kind of scimitar of varying, qualities. This guy had actually a crossbow on him as well, and a few bolts. He's wearing what appears to be leather armor, and that seems to be about it. They seem to be like they've got, I don't know, just this ragtag group that all looks similar to each other, as you can see on the map. But excuse me, that's pretty much it. There's no like identifying marks or tattoos that you see in this check either. Anything you wanted to take? There's no money bag.
No. Can I search another one?
Well, the first two are actually over the pit at this point, and they're coming back over. And they're saying, are you going to help or not? If you're just going to paw through their pockets, we don't have time for that. As you're probably searching the other guy. At a cursory look, they probably all have something similar on them. You might find some coin, but you're not sure.
Well, coin, paper, feathers,
Okay.
stuff.
Something
But
shiny.
yeah, I'll help in a second.
So what do you say to Bonnie and her helper?
But you can take that other one. I'll grab this one.
Okay. So Bonnie goes over here and grabs that one. This one grabs this one over here. There we go. We'll just get them separate from you. And you're searching Krentz, which is the guy that started the fight and Yagra started picking on. Or basically just downed when she finally got her mace. So make your investigation check again. Vern, Alexis, anything you guys are doing while they're disposing of some bodies down the pit?
Well,
Or
probably-
Natea, even?
I would try and probably go and bury them if there's a cemetery nearby.
Well, they're already thrown in the pit, so...
Alexis, you would know that there's the City of the Dead, but typically deaths like this aren't usually handled in such a manner. This is like the yawning portal, and monsters that come out and kill people or things that die to them. If they're nobody of note, they tend to just get tossed down the pit after them if they were of questionable stuff. Normally, though, that would be a thing, and they would actually be buried in I think it's called the City of the Dead section of the city.
All right.
Yeah, I'll walk over to the inn and yell at Smoke. What are you doing? Are you helping them or what?
Of course, we're gonna help.
I'm looking for clues.
Clues. Clues.
Searching for clues.
Well, I decided to start up... Greetings, mage.
Excuse me. All right.
Yourself?
I'm Alexis.
So, Graffola, where are you off to?
I'm kind of like pouting by the bar, like picking at my wound from the stirge, like
Gotcha.
taking a little rag and like cleaning it, and yeah.
Dernan had come over and put a beer up on the counter and say, "It's on the house if you like. You did good."
and say, "I'm sorry we burnt your stool." I look over at the smoldering stool, and I say, "Thank you for the thank you for the beer."
He looks at the smoldering stool and goes, "Oh, jeez!" And he like takes his wet rag that he had just picked up and starts like whapping at it a little bit, and it just kind of like fizzles out at that point. He says, "Yeah, thanks. Oh gosh, this place. Hey, it gets to you sometimes, but most of the time, not if you're prepared for it." And at that point, a new character comes over and starts calling out to you guys as the last of these dudes are pitched over the edge by Bonnie and her kitchen helper, fully expecting a certain Krent's body to be following suit not long after. By the way, unless you take more time with it, you don't find anything more. Not to say that you will find more, but...
Let me get another look and ask Natalia for help.
Excuse me. So a character comes over, but let's see. I need to... Let me grab the sheet here. And starts calling out to the group of that you all are in at this point. And let's see.
While I hear this guy yelling, I'm going to hurry over and grab this body and just start dragging it to the portal.
I did a... But look at that second investigation check.
So you're actually pawing at the corpse as she's like dragging it towards the portal. And
well, yeah, that's kind of a game.
And upon doing so, one of the vest opens up and you realize he had an inside pocket. And you're like, "Oh crap." You make a lunge for it. Make a dexterity check to try and like get into this pocket before the corpse is gone. All right. You're able to get your hand in there and you find 2 gold pieces. That's all you're able to find before the corpse goes over the edge.
Rude.
I'm sorry.
Well,
but,
it's something. I hand the gold to Natalia. Full money.
I just roll my eyes. I'm like, seriously? And I walk back over to the bar and I'm just like, can I have a drink? And I look at the guy down here and I'm like, what?
Oh.
I'm just kind of suspiciously looking at him like, what are we going to get into now?
Well, he's just walking over and like, look, he's approaching the group of you is what it looks like. And Bonnie and her kitchen helper are wandering off at this point. Durnan gladly puts down a beer for any of the people in the group because you're all trying to help. And this guy comes up and says, you folks are all adventurers. Am I right? I could use your help. Could we set aside at a table and talk, shall we? And he's kind of like gesturing to everybody, like Alexis, Vern, Natea, Smoke, Grafilla. And he's kind of gesturing back at the table that you guys were at. He says, I'll even get you all some drinks. You know, I have a proposition.
I grab a pint glass.
Mm-hmm.
Walk with it over to the table. And as I'm kind of walking over there, I say, adventurers, so cliche.
And I'm just like, well, might as well. And I grab Smoke by the scruff of his neck. I'm like, come on. And kind of push him in front of me. I said, I'm watching you.
Yeah, sure. I'll go.
All right. Position yourselves around the table if you are going to join in. All right. Alexis, are you going to be joining them at the table as well?
Probably.
He was motioning for you to come over.
I mean, for right now, I guess I could take a listen.
Okay. He's still kind of motioning for you to come over to the table. Basically, this is the DM saying, come here. All right. So upon you approaching, the guy seems, I don't know, a bit confused or not, but more or less he goes on to say, well, Waterdeep, adventurers tend to get, a lot of renown. They're often called on to solve difficult issues. And I'd really appreciate it if you guys could all help me out with mine. Forgive me, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Volothamp Gedarm, chronicler, wizard, celebrity at your service. He seems to start warming up, all of a sudden a little bit more sure of himself. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood in my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now I fear I've misplaced a friend amid this odious malevolence. My friend's name is Floon. Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago. Excuse me. Pardon. He starts coughing. And I'm afraid he was kidnapped or worse. If you all could agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. Alive, hopefully. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need? He actually seems to have gone from, unsure to confidence to I'm really, really worried about this guy, is the general impression you get from him. And he seems to be asking you individually / as a group, I'll pay you 10 dragons now, and 100 if you bring back this dude.
So where did you last see your lover?
Oh dear, he's not my lover. He's just my partner in crime. He's been helping me with my book. Of course, you're familiar with my book, aren't you?
Wait. Partner in crime?
Oh, it's just a phrase, if you will, a turn of speech. Yes. It's more or less I make a book. Hold on a second. The book is... Oh, gosh. Where is it? Excuse me. Let me click on the dude and look it up. Volo's Guide to Monsters, of course. It's quite good this time. It's all the rival, but yes, we're still waiting on the proceeds from that. But anyway, yes, he's actually my editor. So yes, he's been most helpful and a good friend. But yes, he's like I said, he's got more beauty than brains though. So it's been a progress.
Okay, so where did you last see him?
Last I saw him was 2 nights ago, and it was out... Oh, what was the name of that tavern? It was... pause a moment while I look it up. The Skewered Dragon. We were having a little celebratory snifter, and it was because I've started a new book, you see. Spirits and Spectres, my guide to spirits and spectres, of course, which I would be glad to give you all copies of my original book upon completion as well, and assuming that the book actually ever gets printed, but still, yes, the Skewered Dragon.
And then what happened?
That was the last time I saw him, and he hasn't arrived, and we're supposed to have been continuing our business, and I grow worried about him. He's a good friend of mine, and it's not like him. He hasn't been at his residence or anything like that, so I fear for him. It's not exactly the best neighborhood that we were in.
So where is his residence?
Where is this exactly?
Where's what?
The tavern y'all were at last.
Oh, the Skewered Dragon.
I suppose you can mark it on the scrap of map that I have here, could you?
What are you doing with this old dusty thing? In fact, here, I've got one of my own. And he pulls out the map, and it's identical to the map that you have, except non-shabby and in perfect shape. and complete of Waterdeep. So, well, yours was only a scrap of it. It didn't have all of it.
So can you mark the Skewer Dragon and where Flan lived? And can we borrow that map?
Here we are. So I'm actually moving everybody to the map. And we're going to move you all over to this. Now, if you look in the bottom left area, you'll see the dock ward. The dock ward is where we were staying before, which is just south of us. You just go down Snail Street, and about when it ends, you'll want to take a left over there on like Fillet Lane or so. And just before you get to the Way of the Dragon, you'll want to take a right. If you look there, it's where it says Lane in Fillet Lane. You take a right, and it's in there. You can't miss it. Yes.
No, in my group, well, our group, we're gonna miss it.
Excuse me. So he points it out, but he doesn't have any writing implements to do anything. So he just tells you that.
So like there?
That's the turn. If you go in there, then you'll have to follow through the alleys, and you'll find that there is a few taverns in there. Specifically, we were at the Skewered Dragon.
I look at everybody and I'm like, do y'all want to do this? Or, I mean, the money could be good for supplies or whatever, and it might actually help her find what she's looking for.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess we can give it a try.
So where were you and that guy staying so that we can retrace his route?
We were staying here at the Yawning Dragon. And he hasn't returned since that night. I left him there. He said he had further business. And I just left him for the evening and came back, and he hasn't returned. Dernan here says that he hasn't checked back in since.
Right, I'm confused.
What?
So, wait, my little green box, that was where he was staying, or that's
No,
something different?
that's the turn to find the Skewered Dragon.
What were y'all doing so far away from where you were staying?
We were meeting friends down there for our celebration, and that was more convenient for them. I dare say they're not of the higher income of some of the rest of the area, but they are reliable and hardworking folk.
And there's no, okay, anybody suspicious that you might think of that
Like your
was watching
friends?
you guys, your friends, like anybody out, that you noticed? Any other clues?
No, I mean, like I said, the last time that I saw him was when I left him there. He seemed of sound mind. I mean, we hadn't downed that much. It was just a short meeting, and we were headed back towards the inn thereafter. I was expecting him probably a few hours later. He might have seen me again the next morning when I came down here for my own breakfast.
Any other description besides pretty but stupid?
Ah, yes, we have a smart one in the group, don't we? Yes. Allow me to give a description. He is... pause for DM to try and find it because I've been looking for it for a bit. Oh, goodness. You startled me there. Fang.
Sorry.
That's all right. Actually, this might take me a little bit, and we are on the 2-hour mark. And actually, this is going to get us into the next section. I know it's a bit shorter than last time, but I also have a weaker throat right now. So I'm kind of feeling that this might be a good spot to stop. This way, all the details will be fresh in your minds when we start up next time.
Alright, sounds good.
So, next Thursday, there will not be a D&D session because Kashka and I are going to be moving. So it should, if all things go well, be the following Thursday. We're going to keep people informed.
I wish you guys luck.
Yeah, thanks. So,
Just remember to inform us if everything goes well.
yeah, thanks. We'll do. Keep everybody as updated as we can. There might be a couple days where we go without internet or something in the meantime. But otherwise, I guess that's about it. And I hope everybody enjoyed this evening's activities and festivities with the slaughtering of trolls and bandits, as well as maybe the occasional stirge.
Yes.
Yep.
So, thanks, everybody, players and viewers. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Laters.